Hello, everyone, and welcome back to TalkiCast, the podcast where we practice real English through real stories.
Hey friends, I'm Tony, and I'm super excited to join you today.
And I'm Victoria. So, Tony, how was your day?
Pretty good. A bit busy, but full of energy. And yours?
Mine was good too. And I'm really excited because today's episode is super practical. It's something that every English learner needs.
Yes, today we'll learn how to talk about yourself in English.
And we'll do it in a very special way. We'll listen to 4 stories from Isabelle, a girl from Spain. Each story will be told in a different English level: A1, A2, B1, and B2.
After each story, Victoria and I will talk about the vocabulary, the grammar, and give you lots of examples so you can really learn and practice.
And here's the challenge. If you understand a whole story, that means you're ready for the next level. So stay with us and see how far you can go.
All right, let's get started with Isabelle's first introduction at the A1 level.
Story 1. Isabelle at A1. Hello, my name is Isabelle. I am 20 years old. I come from Spain. I am a student. I study English every day. I like music, books, and movies. In the morning, I wake up at 7 o'clock. I eat breakfast, bread and tea. Then I go to school. In the afternoon, I listen to music, and sometimes I walk in the park. In the evening, I watch TV with my family. My favorite food is pizza. I want to learn English, to travel, study, and make new friends.
That was Isabelle's first introduction. Very basic, but very clear.
Yes, she used short sentences and the present simple tense. That's the foundation of English.
Right. Sentences like, I am 20 years old, or I like music, are super common, and even beginners can say a lot with them.
Exactly. Notice also how she talked about her day. I wake up. I eat breakfast. I go to school. That's a daily routine, and it's perfect for practice.
Let's give some extra examples. Instead of I like music, you can also say I enjoy music or I love music.
Yes, and instead of I watch TV, you could say I watch a movie or I watch the news.
So, if you understood Isabelle's story at this level, congratulations! You have at least an A1 level.
And if it was easy for you, then let's keep going. You're ready for A2.
Story 2. A2. Talking about yourself. Isabelle's daily life and dreams. Isabelle is 20 years old. She lives in Madrid, Spain, with her parents and her younger brother. She is a university student studying design. Isabelle is friendly and curious. She enjoys meeting new people, but she sometimes feels nervous when she has to speak English. Every morning, Isabelle wakes up early, around 7 a.m. She eats breakfast with her family. Usually, she has coffee, bread, and fruit. After breakfast, she takes the bus to her university. She likes sitting near the window and listening to music while she travels. At university, Isabelle studies graphic design. She has classes in typography, color theory, and digital art. She likes drawing, but she also enjoys using design software on her computer. Sometimes she helps her classmates if they don't understand something. In her free time, Isabelle loves painting and reading novels. She also goes out with friends on weekends. They watch movies, try new food, or go to the park. Isabelle says, I love spending time with my friends because they make me laugh. When people ask Isabelle about her future, she says, I want to work in a design company, maybe in another country. I would like to travel, meet people, and improve my English. That is why I practice every day.
That was Isabelle's introduction at the A2 level. Tony, what do you think was different compared to A1?
Great question.
At A1, Isabelle used very short sentences like, I live in Spain, or I like pizza. But here, she's starting to connect ideas. For example, she says, I live in Madrid with my parents and my younger brother. That's a longer structure with more details.
Exactly. And notice how she talks about her routine. I wake up at 7 a.m., I eat breakfast, I take the bus. This shows present simple verbs used in sequence. That's a typical A2 feature, describing daily life in more detail.
Yes, and she also expresses likes and feelings. She says, I love spending time with my friends, or I sometimes feel nervous speaking English. This is emotional language, which makes her introduction more natural.
I really liked the future part. She said, I want to work in a design company, and I would like to travel. This shows she can now talk about dreams and goals, not just the present.
Absolutely. So here's a challenge for our listeners. Try making your own A2 level self-introduction. Include your family, your routine, your hobbies, and your dreams.
And remember, don't worry about mistakes. The important thing is to share more details than A1. If you understood Isabelle's story, congratulations, you're ready for B1.
If you understood this, you're ready for the next level.
Story 3. B1. Talking about yourself. Isabelle's student life and personal growth. Isabelle is now in her second year at university, and her life feels more independent. She has more responsibilities, more freedom, and also bigger challenges. She lives in a student apartment with 2 roommates from different countries, Maria from Italy and Lena from Germany. Living with roommates is sometimes difficult, but also fun. They cook together, share stories, and practice English. Isabelle says, at first I was shy, but now I feel more confident because I speak English every day with my roommates. We make mistakes, but we laugh and learn from them. Isabelle's daily routine is busy. She wakes up early to attend her design lectures and then spends hours working on creative projects. She often stays in the library, preparing presentations and doing research. She says, sometimes it's stressful, but when I finish a project, I feel very proud. On weekends, Isabelle likes exploring Madrid. She visits museums, attends concerts, and sometimes works part-time at a cafe. This job helps her practice English with tourists. She explains, it's not always easy, but I try to smile and be polite. Every conversation is good practice. When asked to describe herself, Isabelle says, I'm creative, hardworking, and open-minded. I try to see the positive side of life. My goal is to become a professional designer and maybe start my own studio in the future.
Wow, Isabelle has grown a lot since A2. Tony, what stood out to you in her B1 introduction?
Several things. First, she's now telling a story about her life. She talks about her roommates, her studies, her job, all in connected paragraphs. This shows longer, more complex sentences.
Yes, and she also uses expressions like, at first I was shy, but now I feel more confident. That contrast, past versus present, is very B1. She's not just describing, she's comparing and reflecting.
Good point. Another thing? Isabelle describes her feelings and opinions. She says, sometimes it's stressful, but when I finish, I feel proud. This shows emotional depth and makes her introduction more natural and interesting.
She also includes her personality. I'm creative, hardworking, and open-minded. That's very useful for self-introductions, especially in interviews or new friendships.
Listeners, here's a tip. At the B1 level, don't just say what you do. Say what you think and feel about it. That shows fluency and confidence.
Exactly. And if you understood Isabelle's story at this level, give yourself a big high five. You're definitely moving toward B2.
If you understood this, you're ready for the next level.
Story 4, B2. Talking About Yourself, Isabelle's Professional Journey and Reflections. Isabelle is now 24 years old, and she is in her final year of university. Her life is full of projects, deadlines, and opportunities. She no longer feels like just a student. She feels like a young professional preparing to enter the real world. She lives in the same apartment in Madrid, but her relationship with her roommates has changed. At first, they were just housemates. Now, they have become like family. They share responsibilities, celebrate birthdays together, and support each other when life gets tough. Isabelle explains, "Living with people from different cultures has completely changed the way I see the world. I've learned to be more patient, flexible, and understanding." Her studies have also become more challenging. Isabelle is working on her final thesis, a project about sustainable design and how creativity can help reduce waste. She spends long hours in the library and the design studio. She says, "Sometimes I feel exhausted, but I also feel excited. I believe my project can make a small difference, and that motivates me." Apart from university, Isabelle has an internship at a small design company in Madrid. There, she works with a team of designers on real projects for clients. She attends meetings, prepares drafts, and sometimes even presents ideas to the team. She admits, "At first, I was nervous to speak in English during meetings, but now I try to see it as practice. Every mistake is part of the process." Isabelle also reflects on her personal growth. She says, "When I was younger, I was afraid of speaking English. I thought people would laugh at me. Now, I know that confidence grows when you take action, not when you wait for perfection." When people ask her about the future, Isabelle smiles. She dreams of working abroad, perhaps in London or New York, and one day opening her own creative studio. But more than anything, she wants to continue learning. Life is about progress, not perfection. Every experience teaches me something new.
Wow, that was such a rich story. Isabelle isn't just describing her life anymore. She's reflecting, analyzing, and sharing her philosophy.
Exactly. This is what makes the B2 level different. At A1, she said, "I live in Spain." At A2, she talked about routines. At B1, she added her opinions. But now at B2, she's connecting her experiences with life lessons. For example, confidence grows when you take action, not when you wait for perfection. That's a powerful statement.
I love that line too. And did you notice how she talks about her thesis project? She uses complex ideas like sustainable design and creativity can help reduce waste. These are advanced topics, and she explains them naturally in English.
Yes, and the way she talks about her roommates is also more advanced. Instead of just saying, "We are friends," she explains how living with them has changed her worldview. That's not just English fluency, that's critical thinking in English.
Absolutely. And let's not forget her use of tenses. She talks about the past. When I was younger, I was afraid. She talks about the present. Now I know confidence grows when you take action. And she talks about the future. I dream of working abroad. That mix of tenses is very B2.
Listeners, here's the challenge for you. At the B2 level, don't just say facts, tell stories. Share what you've learned. Connect the past, present, and future. That's how you show depth in your English.
If you understood Isabelle's story at this level, that's fantastic. But here's your challenge. Write a comment below with your English level, A1, A2, B1, or B2, and also write one sentence to introduce yourself in English. Let's see how you do.
Yes, we'd love to see your answers in the comments. And don't forget, if this episode helped you, give it a like, share it with a friend, and subscribe to TalkiCast so you never miss our new episodes.
Thanks for listening, everyone. Keep practicing, keep smiling, and keep speaking English with confidence. See you next time.
If you liked this episode, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to TalkiCast.